What's going on, everybody? So today I want to talk about a potential hidden drop rate increase for set items and legendary items that's already in the game. Now, I have about 20 hours of experience testing this out, as well as 6 different people messaged me after the Q&A went live, talking about how they believe that it's already in the game, including the data miner out there had mentioned that there seems to be a drop rate increase as he knows. But I want to show you what I've discovered and why this even came up in the first place, because this is a big deal and could potentially give us some insight into what this drop rate increase, as they mentioned in the Q&A, is going to look like coming up. Now, of course, if you want to increase your own drop rate, you got to get some magic find. And thanks to the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends, I can do that exactly on my main character. With the recent set crafting changes, I'm going to be farming a ton of dungeons, and Raid is the perfect game to play on the side. I've been playing for over 2 years, but Raid has me coming back for more. I recently started a new account, and I've been playing it for a few weeks now. The graphics on this is totally AAA title quality and so much to do. Not only that, but they've also had a recent promo with an MMA fighter, Ronda Rousey. She is now in the game, and she looks amazing. Tons of multi-hits, tons of AoE, and a unique debuff blocking active and passive skills here. She's going to go ahead and be great in so many different areas of the game, and all you have to do to get her is log in for 7 days from now until February 20th. Not only that, but there's also a promo code Raid Rhonda. It's going to give you a bunch of energy, silver, and XP boost. And if you have Amazon Prime, guys, you can just log in, connect your account, and you're going to get a bunch of free rewards. And of course, we have unique code today. If you scan the QR code or click on the link, you're going to get Vergis here, silver, ancient shard, energy refills, XP boost. She's an amazing character, and all you're going to have to do is click on the little box in the top right corner, and you're going to get access to these guys. Click the link in the description down below, scan the QR code, and I'll see you in game. Once again, thanks Raid for sponsoring this video, and I've been really enjoying playing it on my second channel. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But for today, the reason why this whole thing came up is because we have this Q&A that dropped, right? Diablo Immortal Developer Q&A series, November 30th. And this little paragraph where they're talking about, oh, I'm not playing much, I'm way behind Silver Paragon, and I really want to catch up to Hell 5. They mentioned right here, raising their combat rating by increasing the rate at which they receive legendary and set items. So this key sentence triggered a lot of previous experience, as well as people to reach out to me. Now, I personally didn't put much stock into, I don't in general put much stock into people saying, oh, I think that there's a hidden drop rate, or I think there's a hidden mechanic going on here, because it requires hundreds, if not thousands of hours of real testing to get an accurate estimate. However, that doesn't mean that people's experience are completely moot. And I think that with a group experience, as well as them saying this, as well as the data miner reaching out to me, which, by the way, he hasn't said anything publicly, so I'm not going to attribute anything that he may not have said to himself. But if he's watching this video, drop a comment down below on what you know, and I'll pin it for the rest of everyone to see. But between my experience of about 20 hours, as well as a combined over 100 hours of experience from the people that actually messaged me, I want to show you what my results are based on my other characters, and then basically extrapolate that to what this update could actually be. So if we just jump back into the game here, and then we go over to my other alternate characters, you can see I have one at level 48 and one at level 19, Paragon 19. If we just jump into the game here, you'll notice that not only do I have quite a few legendary items, I also have a specific type of legendary item that it seems to be a higher drop rate. Now, for those of you that don't know, it seems to be that this is early game only. Once you get past that early game, this drop rate increase doesn't seem to be valid. According to other people, I have not reached that point because I'm only Paragon 19 or level 48. The first legendary you acquire is about level 30, and it looks to be starting at level 30 and ending around the early Paragon levels. Not only that, but it also seems to be that there's a guaranteed main hand drop rate, or potentially increased significantly drop rate for main hands. You can see on my inventory here, I have 6 legendary items across the board, full set of legendary gear. And then if we were to jump into the essence transfer here, I have 0 helmets. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shoulder pieces, 1, 2, 3 chest pieces, no pants, main hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 main hands, and then 1, 2, 3 offhands. You can see I have a significantly more amount of main hands, and this isn't even counting the dupes that I got from farming. So I've played this character for about 20 hours or so. I think it's actually technically about 18 hours, or not, sorry, not 20 hours. 20 hours is the total, but I played this character specifically about 12 hours. And because I've played this character about 12 hours, we need to figure out how many legendary items I'm getting per hour. Now, for those of you that see my previous video, you would know that I specifically only farmed Elder Rifts, which are a lower drop rate for legendary items and don't include the orange elite per day. So that doesn't even count for me because I have not farmed a single orange elite on this account. Now, on top of the legendaries I've already received, the 12 hours that I played, I have 0% Magic Find. So presumably, I should have a lot less drop rate than my main character. But because I've farmed about 45 legendary items total, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, and I miscounted. But between all the dupes, the ones I already have, and the ones on me, I have about 45 legendary items farmed. Which, if you do the math on that, that's an absurd amount of legendaries per hour. We're talking close to 4 legendaries per hour. That's crazy. Again, you can assume that you're going to get about 2 to 3 legendaries per hour. That's about what you can assume if you're decently on rate. About 2 legendaries, 2.5 legendaries per hour. Especially in Elder Rifts, it might even be a little bit lower. With a 30% drop rate increase or a 25% drop rate increase, that can be extrapolated to about 3 to 4 legendaries per hour, which is exactly where I'm at. And on my main character, with the Magic Find that I do have, I get about a 70% drop rate increase overall, is what I've noticed from 0% Magic Find to 90% Magic Find. And I get about 4 to 5, even more so than that, sometimes 5 to 6 legendaries per hour on my main character. So based on that experience, it seems to me that this guy is really ramping up my legendary items just because I'm a lower level. And it seems to be that mid hands are prioritized. Now, this isn't the only character I have with this kind of drop rate, albeit my other character has a little bit less because I've only farmed about 24 legendary, I think it was like 23 legendaries actually. I remember counting them and writing them down because I was testing something. It was 23 legendary items, and you can see here, these don't count because these are reservist pieces, and I class swapped a couple times just to test something out. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 on my character. In my essence transfer, I have 0 helmets, 0 shoulders, 1, 2 chest pieces, 0 pants, and 1, 2, 3 main hands. So I have more main hands than anything else, no offhands. I have 4 on me, and total I've farmed about 23 legendary items, and I played this character for about 5.5 to 6 hours. Which, this is even more insane, because it's again around that 3 to 4 legendaries per hour, closer to about 4 legendaries per hour. That is crazy. That is very, very high. And I've seen similar people. Now, to me, I've gotten pretty lucky on both this account and the other character. But some people are messaging me saying, yeah, I'm getting about 3 legendaries per hour, 4 legendaries per hour. I've gotten this many legendaries total on my main character. And it's starting to drop off as I increase my Paragon. It seems to be that there's about a 25 to 30% drop rate increase on your early game characters from Paragon 30 to early Paragon levels. I'm not sure where it drops off. It could be about Paragon 80, it could be Paragon 50, it could be Paragon 10. I'm not sure because I have not farmed around that point, but certainly in the early levels from 30 to 60, there seems to be a heavily incentivized mass drop rate of legendary items, either to get you hooked or just to accelerate your progress. And of that, there seems to be a higher drop rate of main hand items, including the fact that I think one of them is actually guaranteed to drop early on. I think that main hand is actually guaranteed to drop early on. So based on this, you can extrapolate and say, okay, when they're talking about increasing the drop rate, perhaps this is what they mean. Perhaps they mean that they're just going to extend this exact drop rate to the rest of your characters. And I thought this was a little bit interesting to talk about because, one, I've experimented on this on 2 different characters because I have them. You can see it on the screen. And then 2, we're really interested in seeing whether or not it's worth it to, 1, just stop playing for a while and get the mass drop rate increase, or 2, how actually big of a difference it'll make if you start to come back to the game after taking a break. It seems to be that this new drop rate increase might be at 25 to 30%. I'd love to see it, and I'd love to see the data miner. If you have any information about this, not to call you out on a video or anything, but I personally, again, this is all my speculation, all my personal experience. I can't attribute any actual factual data in terms of what people have said or any statistics. I don't think my sample size is big enough, but I think it's an important thing to talk about. And if any of you out there have noticed something different, if you've played a second character and have noticed your early game progression seeming a little bit amped up, let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to check it out and play alongside me, because I have been playing it on a second channel, I will leave the link to download in the description and the comment section down below, so you guys can check that out, download it. It does help out the channel and helps out make better content for you all in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow.